to the FLOGcast Network. Jay Ruff in the house today. Glorious day. Glorious Thursday morning. No big deal here today. Talking about some fantasy football on the FLOGcast Network. Jay Ruff here. I am joined by no other than somebody on a Thursday, Mr. TC. How's it going, TC?
Mr. J. Ruff. It's good to be back.
And of course, you can see Mr. Quentin Blount's with us today also. Mr.
I am. It's going great. It's good to be joined by Mr. TC on a Thursday, I can tell you that.
TC, very first time that he is joining us on a video podcast on YouTube. Yeah. How's it going, TC?
I said it was going good, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I got my accolades in the back because this is for real this year. I'm here to play.
You know what? If you're listening, or fans still listen on podcasts, you can't see that. So it's just useless, TC. It's what it is.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry. I'm new with this. Okay. I'm trying to be my best me and make this so good, and that's what I thought would do that for us,
Well, that
Ping pong championship.
That was just embarrassing. But thank you for that, TC. But again, it is Thursday, and fellas, you know what that means. You know what that means?
Tell us, Justin.
Yeah. I mean, besides TC Thursday, of course, what else happens on Thursdays?
Well, there's football.
There's football. And
football.
Today is the day that it starts, fellas. It is the day that the 2022 season begins. Our year, 7 now for the Flog begins today. And we are going to discuss our matchups. Always a fun episode to go over who is going to suck, going up against each other in our Flog matchups. Fellas, are you excited?
Yeah, I'm pumped. Blunt, you think you're excited about this? You like football?
I mean, it's okay. It's not like I'm obsessed with it or anything. I mean,
well, you can tell by looking at your team. Yep.
Huh?
Ooh.
Excuse me.
All right.
I mean, we'll see about that, but.
All righty. Today, again, fellas, going over the matchups, and we're just going to go ahead and, you know what? Let's go with the defending champion from last year and his matchup, the Tennessee Titans versus the Terrorists, fellas. Of course, lots of people are obsessed with the projection score. That's what they always look at, especially after drafts. They look at, what their team looks like, outside the draft and, what the projection score looks like to the eye. Of course, we had a roster review, Q, and, Tennessee Titans team was always, up there high on the list. But, projection score, Scott, Skin's going up against Terrorists. He's only 3 points behind the 3-time champion. What do you think? We'll start with you, Q. How do you feel about this matchup, and where do you think it's going to end up?
Well, I mean, based off the win probability, like that we're seeing on the, in the app or whatever, it's giving Jake the slight edge, the Tennessee Titans. But
hey guys, take a look at Jake's kicker position. There's nobody there.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Just wanted to let you know, projection was 170.
Oh, so he picked up Jahan Dotson, I think, because Jahan Dotson was still in the free agents, so he must have dropped his kicker and done that. But either way, or Michael Gallup, I guess he put on his IR. Maybe that's what he did.
Michael Gallup on there.
So he'll add a kicker. That's going to make his projection go up by another 6 or 7. So, I mean, I think Jake's probably going to take this. I mean, his team is just so... What did we say? What was the term?
His keepers. His
keepers,
so
yeah.
good.
He's just top heavy.
Yeah, he really is. With Jalen Hurts too, though.
And Jalen too, yeah. Jalen and Josh is nasty.
Now, of course, he's got, just reviewing his quarterbacks, starting with Jake, is, of course, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts goes, completely well with Josh Allen in the duel. And I think, we said this before, Q, in the roster review. I think he has the best quarterback duo.
Yeah.
Possibly, out of them all. We can go through that later. But Jonathan Taylor, Travis Etienne still his running back slot, his wide receivers, Jefferson, Kupp, Cooks. What I don't like here, I'm in State Brown is flex. Waller's is tight end, but he's still got Rashard Penny. How do you guys feel about that second flex option? Are there any better options there for Mr. Skin?
Well, not based off projection, but that's just what the numbers say. And also, Rashad Penny, he's been getting hyped this offseason.
Yeah.
He's pretty big right now. But I mean, I could see him throwing in CEH or JK over Etienne or Rashad Penny, because with Etienne, all the Robinson stuff we're getting out. That is he going to get the goal line work? But we don't know. We're going to figure this out. So he's got those 4 running backs in that running back dead zone that we're seeing, and none of the 4 are really that attractive, right? Not now. But
right.
I mean, with Penny though, if he's going to get the touchdowns, and they're going to hand it off because they got no QB, so I guess that's his logic there.
I mean, I really hope he doesn't have the Keegsy disease, because starting Rashard Penny, I think, is just silliness. Silliness. That's what it is. Especially when you have J.K. Dobbins going against the Jets, and then Rashard Penny also going against the Jets. Or not Rashard Penny, I'm sorry, Rashard Bateman. So I would start those 2 guys over Rashard Penny. And even I would consider Christian Kirk and Robert Woods. I think there's 4 options right there that you could start over Rashard Penny.
Well,
Rashard Penny, I want to know what you don't like about Rashard Penny.
Just a class.
He doesn't like pennies.
I don't like pennies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like pennies.
Nickel dime guy.
He's had many opportunities to take the lead, take the main role, and he's failed. What year is this now for him? Year 4, I believe. I think he was drafted.
He hasn't done it. Yeah,
2018 first-round draft pick. He hasn't shown nothing. But now, of course, year 5 coming into the league? And he's supposed to, flip the penny right over to a shinier side? No, I think it's over for him. They drafted Ken Walker, which I believe is a better option, better threat than Penny is. I think Penny will maybe start 1 game, and then they'll realize Ken Walker is better and move on to him. That's what they should do.
Yeah, I think, they drafted...
You should get a coaching job.
What do you think, Q?
Yeah, I'm saying, you're right. They drafted Walker, and I think, they know that Penny, not only has he not really performed well, but he's had some a lot of injuries. And to say he's not performed well, that's kind of mean, because he did actually do pretty well at the end of the year, I think, last year.
Fantasy-wise, though? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe not.
The last 3 games against Chicago, Detroit, and Arizona, and then against Houston. So
either way, for Jake to rely on Rashard Penny as one of his starters, it's pretty...
I think it's Rashad.
Oh, is it Rashad? Yeah, you guys are saying Rashard.
2 A's.
So now you're making me say it.
I'm always wrong.
Yeah, Rashad Penny.
So
but
you'll get better. I believe
you shouldn't copy me.
Yeah, other than that, I think he loves Amon-Ra St. Brown too. He's in love with him, I think.
Well, that one's a little bit better.
Yeah,
I think,
I don't hate on
there
it
for him.
I just don't I'm not sexually attracted to him.
Why do you have to be sexual?
Jake, it is.
Jeez.
I think Bateman is going to have a breakout year.
Bateman?
From the Baltimore Ravens there. And I think he might even shine.
I like Bateman.
Yep. So, again, I would definitely have him. Hands down. Not even consider Penny over Bateman at all. But, again, that's what the Keegsy disease does to you. Messes with your brain, loses focusness, and, less attraction to the game of fantasy football because you're on top. You're the king. And, Jake, this last 2 championships he's had, he hasn't had this. Now that was the definition if you were witnessing him during the draft. Just not locked in.
He was snoozing the whole time.
Yeah.
He drafted CEH again.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure, TC, you had a good old giggle because you're a big CEH fan, huh?
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Take a look at Marcus.
Yeah,
right
Marcus's team. Now, any weaknesses here? Now, of course, we reviewed a lot during our roster review. Nothing looks like has changed tremendously. I don't believe anything has changed. He's still relying on Trey Lance and Matthew Stafford as of right now. Any surprises you think will occur here week 1?
I'm not certain about. I mean, I don't know. I think all his teams like pretty consistent where they do when they do score points. They're generally consistent. I'm looking at Terry McLaurin because last year it wasn't his year. He had some big games. We saw a flash, but we'll see what Carson Wentz can do with that. And then Jerry Jeudy has the best quarterback he's ever played with, so we'll see about that as well. Those are really the only like inconsistent question marks on his team that I'm looking at. And Trey Lance, of course, but we saw that that report that Shanahan really didn't want Trey Lance, so maybe there's not his type. Maybe Trey Lance can't do it. I guess we'll see with those. But the rest of Marcus's team is like you guys have talked about it. We all see it. His best draft yet.
I mean, again, I really enjoy his bench. Adam Thielen, Drake London, those two guys just right there, and I truly like. And having younger guys see what they can do. Watson, maybe Patterson will have a year like he did last year, not as much, and Burks is another rookie. I think. It's a pretty solid group right there, especially the bench. What do you think, you?
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about it in the roster review. I like this team a lot. I'm not going out and saying they're a championship. He's going to make the championship, but I think this is the year Marcus probably makes the playoffs, to be honest. And it's going to be it's obviously a tough matchup. You're going up against the defending champ week 1, but if there's any team in the league that stands a chance, I mean, I think Marcus is one of these teams. So this is going to be a fun one to kind of keep tabs on.
Is this the probably game of the week, matchup of the week? Of course, we got these two, the Magic School Bus versus UQ.
Yeah, I think.
Savage Patch Kids versus Scotty Benzine's team. Not going to say that name. And then the Brownie Batter versus LeBron Kings. I think this one might be the highest scoring one, possibly, of two, potential, not championship, playoff teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is it. I think Marcus' team definitely has a chance to take Skinnessy Titans down.
Yeah.
Who are we taking this week, boys? Who do we think's going to win this?
What do you think, you?
I'm going to go. I think it's going to be a pretty good game, but I'm going to give it to Jake. You got to love the quarterback duo. I think that's just going to be huge. I think those guys are going to explode onto the scene this year. And I think they're going to carry him home.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, when you're one of the best quarterbacks in the game, both of them.
I say Josh and Jalen both put up 30+.
Yeah, his keepers plus Jalen Hurts, that's his team right there, those 5 players.
Yeah.
And then potentially Waller and Brown could be those guys. We haven't seen it yet. Cooks is usually consistent, and we'll find out about Penny and Etienne.
What do you think, TC? Same result here?
Yeah, I think Skinnessy Titans is going to edge out Terry's Terrace with the help of those quarterbacks. Trey Lance and Matt Stafford could do well, but I think that Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts are more consistent.
Now, of course, no cheating is being done. Okay, no looking.
Mm-hmm.
But who do you think's winning the overall matchup between Marcus and Skin?
Skinnessy Titans.
Yeah, got to be Skin.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Last answer?
Yes.
You are correct. Good job. Oh, wrong button. There you go. Good job. Good job, you guys. That was an easy one, though.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Marcus hasn't done really much winning in his 4 or 5 years that he's been in the league. He has beat him one time, and I do believe that was that last year? The year before.
Okay.
Skin's losing his bowl championship. Was that last year? I mean, 2 years ago? Yeah. Anyways, all right, next matchup. Let's just go ahead and move to the side. The Magic School Bus going up against the Philadelphia Queefers. Do I pronounce that right? Queefers?
Queefles.
Queefles. Okay.
Like Nick Foles.
Queefers.
Philadelphia Queefles.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Production score, again, pretty close. 165.6 for Keegan. 159.2 for Mr. Q. Keel, we'll just go ahead and start with your team. You got Lamar Jackson, of course, Tom Brady, your quarterbacks. Any surprises here TC, let's go start with you. What do you think about his team?
Which one's team?
Q's team.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then I was going left to right, and left to right is Magic School Bus, and right is Queeples.
Well, I know. I just started with Q because he's here.
Because he's here. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I missed. Yeah, I like his team a little bit. A
little bit.
It's not much better than mine. Not much.
Just a little bit.
If he's got Swift and McCaffrey, they're basically the same type of player. I think that these two, if they remain healthy, they're going to get the most receptions. They're going to get the most receptions out of any back. I think so. I think that's where he's hoping that they come in clutch for him, and it's just going to be receptions all day for him. He got receiving running backs and then wide receivers, and so that PPR, the half-point PPR, is going to be huge for his team. But yeah, like we notice the deficit of this is depth at running back. But people kept reaching for running backs in the running back dead zone, and he just accepted wide receivers. I get that. I like your team, but it has the potential. I don't think nothing's jumping out at me right now.
Now, TC, when do you think not if, when you think Swift or McCaffrey will go down with an injury? He'll be in trouble.
Yes.
Fishing for a running back. When do you think that will occur? Week 1?
When do I think that will occur? Sometime this season.
Is he in deep poo-poo if that does happen? Similar to last year.
If Christian McCaffrey goes down, Blunt might as well just start selling the farm.
You think so?
Nah.
You better just give it up.
Nah.
Well, that's what lots of people told you last year, TC, and look what happened to you.
I didn't. And I made it
went down.
We got third place.
Yeah.
Got third place, he says.
Better than fourth place.
Guess you're right.
All right. What do you think about across the river to Keegan Scott's team? Of course, he's sticking with the old running backs, Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones, Murray, and Prescott as quarterbacks. Wide receivers, he's got Chase Moore and Brown. Andrews, tight end, Javonte Williams, and Elijah Mitchell is his flex spots. What do you think about this? He still does not have Jalen Waddle in there or Mike Williams. If he does put those guys in there, which I do believe he will, who would they be replacing? Maybe Hollywood Brown, you think? Elijah Mitchell, what do you think?
A possible of Williams, because the talk out of the Broncos is that Gordon and Williams are going to be splitting maybe 40-60, they said, but
you think he will put out his keeper?
He kept him because he knows that after this year that Melvin Gordon's got to be gone, that Williams will be the lead back. It was an investment because he had picks that he knew he could back it up with.
But why didn't I don't think he'll bench him week 1. I think he'll
probably not.
Okay.
Not week, but I mean, imagine he'll get a touchdown, right? That's all he's hoping for if he's in his flex.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, any of those guys, he's got a good bench too. He's got a deep bench. They can get that touchdown, so it's kind of it's a rotation there. You can kind of go anywhere.
Well, yeah, Q.
I mean, yeah, I think I said in the roster review, this is probably my favorite roster from top to bottom in the league. From starters all the way down to the bench, it's a very good team, a very deep team, and yeah. As far as I think he's going to leave his lineup the way it is, unless somebody gets, like Elijah Mitchell's questionable right now. We'll see what happens with him. But I think he's going to leave Jalen Waddle and Mike Williams.
He's going to keep Waddle on the bench. His first overall pick on the bench.
Yeah.
I think he's going to.
I think
that makes no sense to me.
I get that.
Well, honestly, again, even with Waddle, it's kind of like TC said. It's almost like an investment pick because he's a second-year guy. I mean, obviously, he's gonna be good this year, but Waddle could turn into a keeper next year. So I think that's where Keegan was that's why he drafted him number 1 overall. He wanted to make sure he got him. Not necessarily for this year. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's going to be fine this year, but it was mostly a future thing.
And he needs a wide receiver keeper. He really does, because he's got Javonte, Aaron Jones, and Dalvin Cook, 3 running backs. I think he wants more of a balance, so he's not missing out.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you think's winning the overall matchup between these two, Keegan or Q?
It's a tough one. I'm going to say Magic Skullbox.
Think so?
Yeah, I'm going to say that too.
Okay. That is correct. Good job. 2 for 2. Okay. Q, you actually did the old season sweep of Keegan last year. 2-0 against Keegan. I mean,
Keegan's
you took advantage of a weaker squad. Yep, you had a bad team last year. But again, you won the toilet bowl. He did not.
True.
So.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
And you know what that means. You know what we're about to hear, TC, correct?
I wasn't going to say anything. If you're going to bring it up, though, I mean.
Defense already. He's defensive.
The fluke. It's a fluke! Both times. Fluke!
Hey, who's Quentin's favorite country singer?
Oh, gosh.
Fluke Combs.
I've used the whole crow.
I laugh because I just couldn't believe, just let's move on. No country jokes here. Come on.
Like you don't like a good old boy.
Oh, boy. Next matchup involving TC. Savage Patch Kids going up against...
CD?
Yeah, CD's nuts going up against CD's nuts. Okay, Scott Benzine with another name change, and of course we called it. We called it. I thought he should have been, clever, smarter, and more PG'er, and go with the Hail to the Chief. I think that would have been a better name, but he went, some PG-13 flirting with the R name.
Yeah.
So that's what Scotty Benzine does. Changes his name every year to something silly like this, and heck, that's what we're facing, boys. That's what we're facing. Just immaturity.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Immaturity. You guys agree?
Yeah. I mean, that's a quick Google search away, but
yeah, come on, heck. Let's
just type in CD Lamb fantasy names,
and then that's the very first one.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about his team. He does have CD Lamb on his roster.
He does.
All right, good for him. Patrick Mahomes. Winston is in the quarterback slot right now, replacing Tua.
Yep.
Tua was there when we did our roster review, Q, and now it's Jameis Winston. How do you guys feel about that remover there?
I think that's a better move. I'm not a believer in Tua.
Winston going up against Atlanta and Tua going up against New England there.
Yeah, I'd definitely play the matchup there. And if Michael Thomas returns to form, then he's got himself just a chance to put Michael Thomas on his flex, because I think he has a chance of being way better than Miles Sanders. And so that Winston-Thomas stack could be nice for him.
Yeah, I agree. The Winston Thomas stack could be if you remember before when it was Drew Brees and Michael Thomas, that stack together was absolutely disgusting, which I'm sure TC remembers very vividly. But
should Thomas be starting in his roster right now?
Over Miles Sanders, I think so.
Yes, me too.
I disagree.
Shock.
I mean,
Miles Sanders is terrible. How are you gonna?
Dude, Miles Sanders is not terrible. Miles Sanders is literally.
Jalen Hurts is gonna be. Yeah, I know he's an NFL player, okay, but he's not a good fantasy player. And we're playing fantasy. We're not playing NFL. No.
He's just never gotten the actual volume.
He's Miles Sanders he's had flukes. I mean,
Dude, do you know Miles Sanders is top 3 in the league in yards per carry?
Here it is.
Yards per carry, he averages over 5 for his career. Only 3 other running backs in the league, I'm pretty sure, active players have that. And they just he's had some injuries.
Did he get?
Last year?
Yeah.
Dude, are you at? Yeah, none.
None.
Yeah.
Okay.
So positive regression, another great sign for Miles
I mean,
Sanders.
Michael Thomas didn't have any touchdowns either, but the stat, the PPR, the half-point PPR stat, Michael Thomas.
Oh. We'll see. I think the Eagles are going to be better than the Saints, and the starting running back for the Eagles is Miles Sanders. So I think he's.
Yeah,
I think
the Eagles
probably
will be better than the Saints.
I think he's going to actually be surprise a lot of people, and you're going to say, "Well, I'm going to say I told you so."
Last year.
Yeah, and then they didn't use him.
They didn't use him. Yeah, that's not Q's fault.
We'll see.
Not his fault they didn't use him. Heck. Let's move on to your
if he's that good.
Your team, TC.
Oh, yeah.
What is going on here? You are planning
guys.
On choking your chicken.
Yeah. Squeak. I need to accumulate draft picks, and I need to take chances at players who have potential to be a keeper.
So you're losing on purpose.
Well, I wouldn't say losing. I would say investing in the future while trying not to lose. But if I lose, then, well, there's nothing I can do about it because I had to change my strategy.
So you want to put yourself in a position, though, to lose, but you don't want to lose. Is that what?
I don't want to put myself in a position to lose. I need to put myself in a position to get keepers because my keepers who were so good, they fell apart.
Okay, that's better worded there. So you're looking to search for younger guys that could or could not, but could possibly, most likely, get you in position to lose. But because they're younger, you're shooting for upside.
Yes, upside all the day. And then next year, I got a bunch of draft picks. If I get myself 1-2 more keepers out of this year, if I get one, I'm stoked. If I get two, suck it, nerds.
Okay, easy with that.
Sorry.
But right now you have A.J. Dillon in your flex. Please explain that. Of course, A.J. Dillon over Olave. Well, you don't really have much to choose from, I guess.
Well, who's Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to? Aaron Jones. So maybe they're going to have two-back split setups there, and A.J. Dillon's going to get goal line work. A.J. Dillon is big. He's strong. He's young. Aaron Jones has got a lot of miles on him. Now, let's be honest. The running backs fall off. It's going to be soon. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a wide receiver, they're going to put somebody out there who can play as a wide receiver, Aaron Jones. That's why Keegan, I think, still has him. He sees that potential. Now, if they're going to want somebody to ground and pound, do 3 downs perhaps, A.J. Dillon. The time is there. This year will tell us so much about him. And I took that chance.
And it'll tell you a possible, if he's a possible keeper or not, correct? If he's something that is that why you drafted him so early also? Is to see maybe if
I needed young running backs who were in a chance to be the number one running back in their respective offense, on a good offense too.
What do you think, Keel?
Yeah, now that you're actually explaining it, I mean, it kind of makes more sense. I think I was on record saying A.J. Dillon was one of my least favorite draft picks of the draft just because of how early you took him. But it makes sense from a possible keeper standpoint. Now, actually having him in your flex week 1, that's a different story. I'm not sure. I think I would rather have Chase Claypool there on your roster, or perhaps even Michael Carter or Marquez Valdez-Scantling. But I don't hate it. You don't think
he's going to get anything?
No, I'm not saying that. I mean, I don't hate it. I would probably have went with one of these other guys. I think I would go with Chase Claypool personally.
But, I mean, Claypool has a chance to be way better this year because he doesn't have a regressing QB, someone with a younger, stronger arm. So that's part of why I drafted Claypool too. He was right there, and it's like, yeah, there's upside with this. We saw him as a rookie.
Yeah.
I see where you're coming from, but I don't know. I drafted this guy. Like, Ruff's telling me not to start this guy, but he's telling Keegan to start Waddle based off of draft positions. I don't get that.
Waddle is better. Waddle is 10 times better than A.J. Dillon, I believe.
As a first, but based off of where they were picked up, you think he's first round draft?
Well, you did, though. It was a bad pick. You picked him up way too early, like you said.
When could I have gotten him? After my second pick,
you could have got him, what? What did we say, Q, in the 5th round?
And I think I didn't have a pick until the 3rd. I didn't have a 3rd or 4th round pick or something like that.
Fifth round. You could have got him in the 5th round.
I guarantee
Damian Harris
in the 5th round.
He would have still been available even past that.
Yeah, I think so too.
You think?
Yes.
Well, I wasn't taking that
He's
chance.
a backup running back, TC.
A backup running. He's a 1B running back.
No, he is not. Let's make a bet. Let's make a bet that he will not be a top 10 running back this year.
I bet he'll be a top 14 running back this year.
That's not running back one. That's not what you just said.
That's because Aaron Jones is going to be getting all the reception. He's listed as
going to be getting more
attention
because freaking AJ Dillon's a running back too. That's why.
You'll see.
Okay, let's make a bet.
You'll see.
Dang it, TC.
We'll find out. We'll find out at the end of this year.
We'll find out.
Look, our teams are about the same. And I picked up AJ Dillon real early. Terrible pick, but our teams are still about the same. So I don't want to hear it. Mr. 2-point projection higher.
Hey. Respect. Come on.
I do. I'll respect it.
Hey, because you have AJ Dillon in your flex. That's probably why I'm 2 points higher than you.
9.1. I mean, we're going to go to 9.7. If I put Claypool in, it's going to go up a whole bunch. No.
There you go. A little bit closer. No big deal. All
I
right.
guess I should put somebody in over Ayuk too. Michael Carter in over Ayuk.
Who's winning this matchup overall in the history of the Flog? Scotty or TC?
I think TC is.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ooh. 3 for 3. No big deal. It's very close though. Out of 9 matchups, TC is beating Scotty 5-4.
Okay.
5-4.
Scotty about to even it up.
Yeah, one more could even it up. No big deal. Let's move on to our last matchup. Flying on through these LeBron Kings going up against the Brownie Batter team. I love that crow. And the Brownie Batter team still with the same logo from last year. Good for Connie there. No big deal. All right, let's go. Let's just go ahead and start with the Brownie Batter team. He's got Russell Williams. Russell Wilson and Derek Carr, his quarterbacks, not starting Justin Fields for the moment, but he might change that since now, fellas, he is the captain. He's going to have a C on his jersey, and also he has a headset in his helmet. So, yeah. So, Connor did announce that today. So that might push Justin Fields to a starting slot.
Over the edge, man.
We will see. You think that will do it?
No.
Okay. It shouldn't, but, knowing Connor, it might.
You got to have faith somewhere, man.
Yeah,
faith in
it
the
might.
Bears.
What do you think? What do you guys think about Connor's team?
I like his running backs. They're kind of middle of the pack, but they're definitely Russell Wilson, I think, and Derek Carr both have potential to be QB1s. I don't think that they both will. Maybe one might. I would say Russell Wilson might more than Carr. His running backs, Barkley is poised for a bounce-back year. They've got some help with the offensive line, healthy again. Montgomery. It depends on what kind of defenses they play, because when they were playing bad running defenses, he was great. So they might lean on that in situations. And, I like his keepers. Major Brown,
it's wild. Production score, that's why production scores are just silliness, if you ask me. I think it should be a little bit higher than 144. I honestly think that.
I think so, too.
Yeah, again, it's not the most attractive team, but I think it should get a little bit more respect. I think, with Tyreek Hill, Juju, and A.J. Brown, those aren't bad wide receivers. I was aiming for Hunter Renfrow, and having him as your second flex option is pretty good. I think, those guys right there are not bad. His quarterbacks, a little iffy, but, I think, Connor this week, won't be bad.
No, we'll see what Antonio Gibson does. He's poised to get lead back duties, but he got lead back duties last year, and he was still kind of falling flat. He was dealing with injury last year throughout the season is what reports were saying. So hopefully he's healthy, and we'll see what he can do.
Also, here's another thing that I think, I find kind of funny. A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill, and Juju Smith-Schuster, all three of those, his wide receivers that he's starting all three of them on three different teams, new teams. AJ Brown, Hill, and Juju.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's will play in effect. Maybe a first game jitters or what the case might be for those wide receivers there.
Yeah,
no, that's a good point out. Yeah,
definitely. It's always tough to kind of adjust to. You're in a new city, new teammates, new offense, new coaches, all that stuff. So, yeah, I think that could play into it a little bit.
Luckily, AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts are best friends, so that should be easy.
Oh yeah, definitely. AJ is gonna step right in and he's gonna be AJ Brown, but I kind of agree with the fact. I think maybe the projection should be a little bit higher. I'd like a lot of his. I just didn't. Again, I know I talked about it before. I just didn't love taking David Montgomery in the round 1. I thought he could have done something different there, but yeah. I guess you guys kind of covered everything. I don't really think there's too much more to say. We can move over to yours.
Yeah, what do you guys think about my matchup? My team.
Your team, yeah. Cousins has potential. We all know it. He's never been an attractive quarterback to have as like QB1 or QB2, but he always is consistently like throwing touchdowns because his wide receivers are getting those touchdowns at least. But he's not like always like breaking the bank like 17 points, 12 points, 16 points. You need your quarterback to score over 20 points every game. Cousins doesn't do it, but he's a good backup. So that's kind of rough for you. But also with your picks that you had, you did great. Because you also – wait, do you? Nope, that's in a different league. Trevor Lawrence. That's where I was looking at your second quarterback. He has a chance to take that step this year, and you got him at a good pick because if he takes a step up and he is the quarterback that he was in college and you can have him replace Kirk Cousins, you win right there, big time. So that is what I think could happen this year for your quarterbacks. And Aaron Rodgers, he fell to you so late. Like, that was a great one. Nice job. I like your running back situation. Blunt, what do you think? You like his wide receivers?
I mean, yes, I like 2 of them, but I got to stop real quick and go back to Kirk Cousins because you need to put some respect on that man's name.
Oh boy!
Hey,
did I lie? Did I say he's like the quarterback you want starting your squad?
I mean, you said you don't. You said. I mean, he's his QB2, and right now in our league, he is the number 1 QB2. Because last year he finished as QB9. So that's literally the best QB2 of all teams. And honestly, I think he could be even better. Justin Jefferson, another year. They have Thielen still. Jalen Reagor just, coming over there.
He was a QB1 for a long time, for almost the whole season, I feel like, correct?
He was, because he was on my team.
I mean, he
was
had a very good year last year. Yeah.
The ultimate QB2 in recent years. That's
funny. I saw also there was I think it was Michael Irvin, someone just sent in the group chat that predicted Kirk Cousins to be the MVP this year, which is probably a little outlandish, but that just goes to show. Well, I'm just saying that just goes to show some of the top football people in the league and around the league think he's that good to be an MVP. I mean, Kirk Cousins is a damn good player, a damn good quarterback.
He is. I will give you that. He throws all kinds of touchdowns, and Justin Jefferson, Thielen, and the rest of the squad, they feast on that. But like, look at the consistency of his game log last year.
Yeah,
11 points, 14 points, 31 points, 14 points, 23 points, 19 points. And then 12. He had a 12-point game, 11-point game. Like,
yeah,
it's hard to want to have that in a 2 QB league. But I get it also as a QB2. I'm not saying it's a bad pick. I think where Ralph got him is great. But I also think that he has a chance with Trevor Lawrence to be just as good or a younger version of Kirk Cousins, an ultimate QB2. Hopefully more consistent, but we'll see.
Back to the wide receivers. Obviously, Steph Diggs is great, amazing, really good, wide receiver 1. I think Devontae Smith is going to have a really great year. And now A.J. Brown, a lot of the attention is going to be on him. Devontae is going to torch some people, I can promise you that. And then Tony, I don't know. I mean, you were a Tony guy, TC.
We got to wait and see. Like, when he was healthy, when he was on the field and they fed him the ball, he was electric.
Yeah.
But they also were dealing with a lot of injuries. If he's healthy and the team's healthy, I think the Giants could surprise people this year. I don't think that they're going to win more than 6. But But I'm just saying,
quite the
fantasy-wise, I mean, I can see them winning. What most people are saying they're going to win, like 4, if that. Like 6 is great for them. But Tony has just that potential.
Yeah.
And we see this all the time in players. They flash that potential, and then we never see it again. But the flash was good enough for me for last year when my team was burning down.
But not good enough to have him get snagged up before Brandon Ayuk.
That is correct.
So you like Brandon Ayuk, obviously, before Tony.
I like the reports of Brandon Ayuk better this year. And I like San Francisco better than the Giants. Maybe like the reports about the same. The hype is about the same, but I like San Francisco better than the Giants. This was more of a conservative pick, and I needed more consistency at wide receiver, and Ayuk was at least more consistent last year than Tony. But Tony had the higher upside.
Did you just forget Tony was there? Or did you?
I chose Ayuk.
So you just like Tony versus Ayuk, and you picked Ayuk.
Well, who would you pick?
I mean, I would pick Ayuk. I'm just upset that you picked him before Tony.
Before you?
Yeah, right before me. I'm so upset about that.
That's what you're upset about.
Yeah.
It was right before you.
Yep, it was right there. I was like, okay, I got my boy Ayuk.
TC's going to get
go.
Tony. I'll get Ayuk.
I mean, that's what I was thinking, but no.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
But you got Pat Freiermuth. I mean, is it Freiermuth?
Well, you took my other boy. You took Dawson Knox, who just on a freaking master contract, by the way.
That was a great value. Oh my gosh, I'm so pumped that I got him.
I'll
be able to trade him later.
Again, right before I was getting ready to snag him.
Yeah, well, maybe you should have beat me last year, so you could have got those picks.
Yeah, heck. All right,
I do like Ezekiel and Cam as flex.
I do too.
They have high upside, but if Akers isn't himself after that injury, but the injury surgery went well and the rehabilitation all went well, so it should be fine. Elliott is going to have to compete with Pollard, I think, more than we realize. But I think that you've got a good chance of getting a lot of red zone looks with these guys.
Knock on wood, of course. But my plan is with that pick, whatever pick I would have done with that second, the running back I was aiming for, or wide receiver, that hopefully I was planning on that pick to possibly be my next keeper.
Yeah, that's
in the
smart.
future.
You
so
should be looking
hopefully
at that.
Cam Akers, he's got the potential to do that. He's just got to stay, out of the injury bug. But hopefully he can do that.
And you've got some good potential with rookies on your bench.
I got 6 rookies. Yeah.
Yeah, like you went for that strategy too. So I think that if that was smart on your part with the draft, dealing with your draft picks, you dug a big hole, a big draft pick hole.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah. Great.
And if you come out of it, the grass will be so green and the sunshine will be so crisp.
Screw grass. Screw that grass, TC. Get that grass out of here. You
born in the
beat
darkness.
Your little dilly to grass.
Hey, man, it's green.
Who's winning this overall matchup between myself and Con?
I think you are.
Are you sure?
Well, he's won 3 toilet bowls. He did that somehow.
I'm going to go with Connor on this one.
Ooh, someone's wrong here.
Mm-hmm.
TC, are you sticking with yours?
Yes, I'm going to stick with mine.
Okay, TC. Actually, no. Yeah. TC, get one of those.
Aww.
Q, you get one of these.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. TC won. I'm beating Connor 12-9.
Okay.
12-9. No big deal. Sorry, Con.
It's going to get a little less than that. I think Connor's going to take this one this week.
You think Connor will?
Uh-huh.
You think Connor will?
Yeah, we were talking about how his team should be given more projection points, and I think that these guys have that potential.
Yeah, they could. They easily could. We will see.
We're going to flip-flop here, too. I'm going to go with Justin this week.
Ooh.
So one of us is going to be wrong.
One of us is going to be wrong. I mean, yeah.
It's okay, man. We could be wrong.
The winning or the app, shows them both at 50% chance to win. So I mean, obviously, it's a very close matchup.
It's gonna be a close.
That's why it's 50. Yeah.
This one might be the closest one.
Yeah.
I think.
Definitely the closest
matchups.
I think the most lopsided one will be Scott and mine, everyone else is pretty much close. I think even Quentin Keegan's is pretty close still.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, tonight at 8:20 NBC, no big deal.
I don't think you guys picked who was going to win. Oh, wait, did we pick my matchup between me and Keegan?
No, I think Keegan's going to win.
I think we skipped that one.
Yeah, I think we did too. I think Keegan's probably going to get it too. But
and then, faith in your team?
They're kind of,
no, I do. I just think
those are kind of obvious. I think that's why we skipped them.
Ruff, who do you think's going to win between you and Connie?
Well, me. Yeah. Okay. I think I'll win. I think it'll be close, but I think I'll win.
Nice. See, that's what a real manager
No, I mean, that's what a delusional person would say.
Honestly, I did say Scott's going to beat me too. So
yeah.
That's not delusion.
Wake up, guys. Come on.
If I had 5 more projection points, I would say I would win.
Ah.
All about those projection points.
Yeah. You guys.
That's how you win championships. Projection points.
Who's winning tonight against the Bills and the Rams?
Oh, this is going to be good. I think the Bills are going to take it. I think they're hungry. I think the Rams are going to be on a little bit of the Keezy disease. Also, I've read some reports Matt Stafford is dealing with an issue. You know, he's been hurt a lot in his career, and he's probably dealing with that still. So, you know, he went out on top, though. If he declines from here, he's still pretty good. I don't care.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go with the Bills in this matchup. For all the reasons you said, the Rams could obviously they could be a little high from their Super Bowl win. They also lost Von Miller, one of the best pass rushers in the league, to the Bills. And yeah, obviously, what we saw last year with Josh Allen in the AFC Championship game in the Bills, it was literally
Josh Allen put that team on his back. Like, it was insane.
I mean, it was like so unstoppable.
That was the best game of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Bills losing.
And I think the Bills pick up right where they left off.
Yeah,
okay,
I think so.
Lots of fantasy players in this game. Combined with the Bills and the Rams here, it's going to be exciting. It should be, and again, start the season out right, moving right into September 11th, the Sunday, first Sunday of the year, fellas. Are you guys have completed, all your other drafts that you've been in, or are you all done?
Yep.
All done. All
drafted up.
Q, how many leagues are you in?
I'm in 4.
TC?
I'm in 4.
Oh, gosh. I'm in 21. Yep. I'm in 24.
What? Dude, you can't be serious. You can't be that. You serious?
No,
he's serious.
I'm in 21 leagues. Yeah.
How are you in 21 leagues?
Because people ask me, and I'm nice. I say yes.
I'm gonna start making fake leagues and sending you invites some random people just to get you and divide your attention. So
don't do that.
So then you keep trading your draft.
Last year I did have 10, and now I have 21.
Yeah, bro. Like, I think 4 is a lot.
Yeah, dude, 4 is a lot.
4's not many. I think what I really enjoy is draft. Draft days are just so much fun.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So I got 2 more drafts. One tonight, one tomorrow. No big deal.
Oh. You mean
tomorrow, right?
One last night and one today?
Oh, yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. But yeah, so lots of drafts, but it's super exciting. Fellas, you got any last words or comments for the years? I always forget. Year 7 in this league, starting in 2015. So year 8. Goodness, McFlub.
Year 8.
Any last words?
I'm excited. This is always fun. This is a fun time of year. It's gonna be great, even though my team isn't looking that good. But I got some good quarterbacks to be happy about, right?
Will this be the year, TC? You do not have a top 3 finish.
Come on, bro. Let's be honest. What do the odds tell you? The odds tell you I'm gonna finish top 3.
You're not gonna finish top 3.
Look at my track record, bro.
Oh, that doesn't mean crap.
Yes, it does. Exactly what it means. Because last year you guys didn't think I was gonna even get to the playoffs.
Well, you weren't trying to tank.
I'm not trying to tank. I'm trying to win as much as I can with the situational players that I have.
What do you think, Keel?
Yeah, I mean, this time of year, it's week 1. We're all excited. We all have that hope that our team's gonna be good and we can make the playoffs, then, after a few weeks, some of that hope will be crushed for some of us. But no, as of right now, everyone's excited. Everyone thinks that their team, this is the year, and yeah.
Who gives up first? Which owner gives up first?
Connor Lindback.
Why do you say that? No hesitation there.
No, he usually does, doesn't he? He usually, if his team is not good, or if he starts out 0-2, 0-3, he gives up.
Yeah,
he gives up.
Will. He needs this. He needs this win. He needs this win to get himself.
This is big for Connor Lindback. This is big for him, and to see give him some hope, because that's what he needs. He hasn't. Heck, when's the last time he won?
When has he won twice or just once?
He's won twice.
Just once.
Oh, just once.
No,
okay.
no.
Okay. I don't know why do I think that?
Because he has a bunch of toilet bowl champions. So we're not certain.
So he got second in 2018. He won in 2016.
Okay.
That was his last win. That was his first win in 2016.
That's 6 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Long time ago.
He won the toilet bowl in 2017. He actually had a good year in 2018. You remember that? 10-4. He got second. And then went to the toilet bowl. Then went to the toilet bowl again and won. It just, And then last year he didn't have a good year.
Dude, I remember in the draft, back-to-back after he lost toilet bowls, he got Saquon Barkley #1, and then Zeke Elliott #1. And he had Le'Veon Bell in his prime. And then he just completely blew it up. Like,
sometimes you gotta.
Well, no, sometimes you give up too early, and that's why I voted Connor Lindback.
Yeah, there you go.
He gives up too early. Kind of like Quentin Blount did last year.
No, I gave up at the perfect time.
Are we going to predict a champion this year? Who do you think is going to be?
Well, me and Kid did ours last episode. What do you think, TC?
I'm looking, and I think it might be the Magic School Bus. He's got depth to find the... I know you don't like it, but he's got the depth, and he's got the bench that can be starters.
Yeah.
He's going to find the best ones there, and I think that he's got the best chance of having consistency.
Who's going to get last?
Who's going to get last? Brownie batter.
Brownie batter.
Brownie batter.
Good guess. Good solid guess. Easy. It was easy. Easy guess.
Who do you think is going to get last, Quentin?
I mean, did you not listen to last week's podcast?
Right? Yeah, listen to the last episode. Yeah, come on.
I did.
Right.
I didn't watch it, but I listened.
Well, again, fellas, thank you so much. Thank you so much for jumping on today. We'll bring you on next week. Should be fun. And enjoy football tonight. Enjoy football Sunday. Enjoy every second of it, going through another year. And, again, thank you so much, everybody, for listening. You have listened to the FLOGcast Network. Everybody